The Honorable David Bulova is a delegate from Virginia's 37th House District, representing the city of Fairfax and parts of Fairfax County. His appreciation for the role of architecture and planning in shaping livable places, without compromising environmental health, has been made abundantly clear by his legislative achievements in the areas of transportation, education, affordable housing, energy, and the environment. His personal, professional, and legislative endeavors attest to his commitment to equity and sustainability in both the built and natural environments, a commitment shared by the profession. Virginia Commonwealth University's Office of Planning and Design, led for the last 27 years by Mary Cox, FAIA, has transformed the city of Richmond's largest campus from a commuter school into a rich and vibrant collegiate community. Acting as the design conscience of VCU, the office has effectively collaborated with architects over the years and challenged them to consider Richmond's urban fabric, the university's needs, and the health and wellness of its students, faculty, staff, and neighbors. The office itself is known as an environment of mutual trust and respect, and has served as an effective public advocate of architectural literacy. For their work to advance the ideals of the profession, AIA Virginia recognizes the Honorable David Bulova and VCU Office of Planning and Design with AIA Virginia honors. For sponsors, exhibitors, and partners alike, retiring AIA Virginia Sales Director Judy Cheadle was the face of architecture. Throughout her tenure, she has worked tirelessly to make Architecture Exchange East, the Design Forum, the Art of Practice, and Inform Magazine valuable resources for architects, product manufacturers, and members of the region's design community. Her commitment to forging strong relationships and nurturing connections has unquestionably contributed to AIA Virginia's stability and success. Patrick Cushing, an attorney with Williams Mullen, has lobbied the Virginia General Assembly on behalf of the Commonwealth's architects and engineers for nearly a decade. His advocacy work has been instrumental in protecting qualifications-based selection, limiting low-bid practices, and establishing a statute of limitations on design claims by state agencies. His distinguished and exemplary service representing the architectural community has advanced the profession's values in the legislative and regulatory arenas. Samuel W. Daniel, President and CEO of Daniel & Company, a general contracting and construction management firm, is a committed preservationist who eagerly accepts projects with historical significance. His passion for building history underscores decades of fruitful partnerships with Virginia's premier firms to preserve, restore, and construct anew with a respectful eye toward the Commonwealth's architectural heritage. For their sustained commitment to the profession and their distinguished service, AIA Virginia confers honorary membership upon Judy Cheadle, Patrick Cushing, and Sam Daniel. Crozet Elementary School by VMDO Architects is a community anchor whose architecture reflects the modest yet aspirational identity of its tight-knit rural community. Completed in 1990, the design honors classical Jeffersonian architecture while striking a healthy balance between function and symbolism. VMDO succeeded in creating a space that continues to inspire an appreciation for the natural world, materiality, and the power of good design to cultivate a lifetime love for learning. For the enduring quality of its groundbreaking design, AIA Virginia confers the Test of Time Award upon Crozet Elementary School. Whitney McDermott, who also holds degrees in civil engineering and urban planning, is an architect with BRW Architects. For more than a decade, she has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to improving the lives of others through volunteer service. Most notably, she has offered her expertise to help the residents of Southwood Mobile Home Park create their own neighborhood redevelopment plan and create a mixed income, mixed use neighborhood 400 homes strong. This success has become a model for other communities and has had a direct impact on Virginia's statewide funding policies for affordable housing. Carrie Lee Parker, a senior associate at Canon Design's Washington, D.C. office, has worked tirelessly to support emerging professionals. She has generously volunteered her time with numerous organizations, including INCARB, contributing to the success of its Licensing Advisors Summit and enriching the proceedings of its intern think tank. She serves on the AIA's Manufacturers Council and has authored a proposal for the D.C. Board of Trade, where she has advanced ideas for storm surge monitoring and photo point monitoring to track vegetation and ecosystem change in public spaces. For their demonstrated accomplishments and dedicated service to their communities and the profession, AIA Virginia recognizes Whitney McDermott and Carrie Lee Parker with the Virginia Emerging Professional Award. Al Cox retired in March after 28 years as Historic Preservation Manager for the City of Alexandria. A passionate preservationist, he was also a proactive advocate for good design regardless of style. His philosophy, education, and private sector experience was grounded in historic preservation for its cultural, economic, and environmental benefits, without limiting creative, appropriate modern design alternatives. The role of city architect and the design review process he created provide a model that can and should be repeated in local governments throughout the country. Christopher Gordon, a founding principal of KGD Architecture, is a national leader known for his work in affordable housing. His Columbia Hills project in Arlington, one of dozens of examples of his design leadership, has become a national case study for housing, which realizes the aspirational vision of a diverse, inclusive, and sustainable community. By blending a novel hybrid financing model with an Earthcraft Platinum certification and a host of amenities, he has directed his firm to award-winning success while remaining anchored in the needs of clients and communities. Throughout her career, Mel Price has built a reputation for design excellence and firm leadership. Since founding Work Program Architects with her partner Tom White, she has championed a philosophy of firm management based in collaboration and financial transparency. She has also built a practice with an unrelenting focus on community by reserving 10% of the firm profits to cover pro bono service. Mel and WPA have steered several projects to completion that are helping secure Norfolk's future and repair communities long derelict or suffering. For their work as champions of public interest, AIA Virginia recognizes Al Cox, Christopher Gordon, and Mel Price with the Award for Distinguished Achievement. For the past 15 years, Virginia Beach City Public Schools has been a leader in school design and sustainability. Since the development of their Sustainable Schools program in 2006, they have expanded their LEED building inventory to more than 2 million square feet, all while reducing their energy use per square foot by 27%. These efforts have resulted in a cumulative cost savings of $45 million. Their commitment to sustainability expands beyond the building envelope and into the curriculum. Through initiatives like their Cook from Scratch program for cafeteria food, electric bus fleet, and their 25-year partnership with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, they reinforce the interconnections of social, economic, and environmental systems throughout all aspects of the curriculum. For its commitment to sustainable building practices, AIA Virginia confers the Architecture Medal for Virginia service upon Virginia Beach City Public Schools. John Spencer began his career as an educator in 1956 at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where he was the first African American to teach at the School of Engineering. It was there that he co-founded the Committee for the Collegiate Education of Black Students. The first group of recruits arrived in 1968, and 4 years later, 90 graduated, more than the total number of Black graduates in the university's previous 105 years. In 1970, he accepted the role of director for the Division of Architecture at Hampton Institute. Under his leadership, Virginia's only HBCU with an architecture program became fully accredited and nurtured generations of Black and brown architects, readying them for leadership in the profession. In 1989, the AIA presented him with the prestigious Whitney M. Young Jr. Award for his efforts to create a more diverse architecture field. Both an architect and a landscape architect, he also has a distinguished record of practice as a principal with the Livas Group. In addition to filling numerous local and national positions of influence in the profession, he was the first Black architect elected to the National Architecture Accrediting Board and the first to be appointed to the Virginia Licensing Board. For his 63-year career of exceptional and groundbreaking leadership, AIA Virginia presents the William C. Noland Medal to John Henry Spencer, FAIA.
Mr. John Henry Spencer, FAIA. Congratulations on winning the William C. Noland Award for 2020. This is George Faulkner with the Livas Group, Inc., AIA. Once again, congratulations and well deserved.
Mr. Spencer, congratulations on receiving the William Noland Medal. On behalf of all the alumni from Hampton University, and as we affectionately call ourselves, the BMSU alumni, it's well deserved from your career, and we love you, man.
I would like to congratulate Mr. John Spencer for being bestowed the Noland Medal. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of such a great honor. With his passion as an educator and as an architect, he guided and mentored so many of us over the years. I know I speak for the thousands of alumni that have crossed paths with him when I say I feel privileged to have had him help guide me on the beginning of my journey. He would often say we were family. He would not allow us to be satisfied with the ordinary. He wanted us to always remember where we started, who we started with. I think that message resonated with many of us and was the driving force behind something new, the formation of the BMSU network, something that we never had. Mr. Spencer, I'd like to thank you and again congratulate you on such a great honor.
Hello, my name is Keita Cooper, class of 1997. Mr. Spencer, I was thrilled to hear via our BMSU alum that you were receiving the AIA Noland Award. You're truly deserving of this award, as you've inspired so many of us alum over the years. So I encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this moment. You poured so much positive energy into your students, your colleagues, and your work that now it's time that we celebrate you. Job well done.
Congratulations, Mr. Spencer, on another first, being the first African American to be awarded the Noland Medal by AIA Virginia. I just want to come in and congratulate you and let you know that you have impacted my life since the very beginning. Knowing you before I went into architecture school and then working alongside you for 7+ years at Livers Group Architects, you taught me so many things about the profession, from how to climb through a roof hatch to keeping the contractors running from me during punch list. All those things have led me to who I am today, which is a registered architect with the Commonwealth of Virginia. So thank you for making me into the architect that I am today, and for all that you've done for the profession, and for being another first. Congratulations.
Awards for Excellence in Architecture. The following projects were recognized with an honorable mention. Marvin Gaye Recreation Center by iStudio Architects. The jury particularly appreciated the passive strategies deployed by the design team. DC Water Headquarters by Smith Group. For a municipal infrastructure project on an unusual site, this LEED Platinum water plant was notable. Future House by faculty and students from Virginia Tech Center for Design Research. This solar-powered, net-positive concept home brought together a series of environmental strategies without looking like a pastiche. CoLab by William McDonough and Partners. The jury appreciated the life cycle thinking, noting that this project was designed for disassembly. We need more of this, they said. The following projects were recognized with an award of merit. The AIA by Studio 27 Architecture with Leo A. Daly. This is a commendable affordable housing project. There's a nice relationship between facade and volume. New River Train Observation Tower by Edward Becker and Kay Edge. As a prototype, this nicely articulates a collaborative, exploratory, research-based process. Greer Environmental Sciences Center by VMDO Architects. The jury appreciated the commitment to sustainable strategies as well as the overall quality of the exterior and interior design. The following projects were recognized with an award of honor. Foreign Affairs Security Training Center by Kieran Timberlake. This project has inventive qualities. It was among the strongest in the category. Museum at the Lumpkin Slave Jail Site, The Devil's Half Acre, Unbuilt, by Smith Group. The jury particularly appreciated this design as an appropriate response to the history of the site. Awards for Excellence in Contextual Design. The following projects were recognized with an honorable mention. Capital Yacht Club by Cunningham Quill Architects. The jury appreciated this project's relationship to a maritime motif. Carlton Union Building Renovation by Hanbury. The design team stitched together a variety of different spaces very successfully. The following project was recognized with an award of merit. American Civil War Museum by 3 North. This project brings together a glass box with historical ruins very effectively. The following project was recognized with an award of honor. Massaro Health Center by GAC. The jury agreed, as a whole, that this project was exemplary. It was their top choice. Awards for Excellence in Historic Preservation. The following projects were recognized with an honorable mention. Richard Neutra Renovation by 3 North. Though submitted in a different category, the jury appreciated the respectful and sensitive preservation of character and materiality. The following projects were recognized with an Award of Honor. Cars Hill Renovation by Glave and Holmes Architecture. This project was incredibly well done. The details are amazing, remarked the jury. Folger Shakespeare Library by MTFA Architecture. This was an excellent example of materials conservation. The cleaning and color matching are textbook examples. Awards for Excellence in Interiors. The following projects were recognized with an honorable mention. Subterranean Studio by McDowell Espinoza Architects. While hesitant to elevate a project with little natural light, the jury appreciated the lighting treatment and ceiling design, which brought an organizing element to the space. InCarb by OTJ Architects. The details on this project are well conceived, and history has been incorporated in a clever way. Waterview Condominium by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. The jury appreciated the rigor of the ceiling's folded planes and lighting plan. Offices for an Investment Firm by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. Organizing the offices around the curving steel was a compelling move. The following projects were recognized with an Award of Merit. McKinnon and Harris Flagship by Architecture AF. The stair and railing are very nice, as is the detailing. It's just beautifully put together, the jury said. ASLA Center for Landscape Architecture by Gensler. The spirit of landscape carried throughout the building, from the exterior signage to the careful handling of rainwater harvesting and irrigation on the roof. Potter's Craft Cider by Studio Figure. Instead of tearing things down, the designer showed a balanced restraint. Even the lighting isn't intrusive. The following project was recognized with an Award of Honor. Quirk Hotel, Charlottesville, by Architecture Firm. Though the spaces vary in scale, there is a consistency throughout. Outstanding. Awards for Excellence in Residential Design. The following projects were recognized with an honorable mention. Hither Hill Residence by Architecture Firm. Each building on the site is designed with care to proportion, detail, and eloquence. Vapor House by David Jameson, Architect. There is a nice contrast between the textured, reflective quality of the cladding and the flat matte panels that define the programmatic volumes. Duval Court by Cube Architecture. A very clever project with clean lines. It's a great model for the development of alley lots. Alley Armor by Cube Architecture. This adaptive reuse really works within an existing urban fabric. The small outdoor space is magical. Renovation 1662 by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. A bright, clean, and lofty addition to what would be a typical dark and cramped row house. The following projects were recognized with an Award of Merit. 3131 CBR by David Jameson Architect. Beautiful clean lines and use of materials. 3333 Q Street by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA architect. The use of the open corner facade to orient to the landscape and pool is exceptional. Franzen House by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA architect. The balance between the front and rear facades is impressive. The following project was recognized with an Award of Honor. Richard Neutra renovation by 3 North. This was a surgical upgrade to a modernist masterpiece. It was just plain inspiring in its rigor. Exquisite.